Virtual Learning Environment Enable project. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of background about what that's about. So TAFE eLearning Systems, which is a central unit, has managed a range of projects across TAFE New South Wales to help with the embedding of technology in teaching and learning. And that project was called the Virtual Learning Environment. And so that was about getting technologies like Moodle and Equella, Adobe Connect out in there and being used by teachers. The Enable project was really about the people side of what do we need to do to try and engage with teachers to get them using these technologies. And so in Western Sydney Institute, the decision was made to actually, through Enable 2012 and 2013, engage with every business line in the Institute to look at what are the change management strategies we need to put in place, but also the supports and technology systems and processes to help teachers engage with using these technologies for us to be able to have learning options for our students. Mark, the Director of Education, just to talk briefly about the business line and the future around technology.
We have a great asset within this institute, and that's OTEN. And the way in which our sections work with OTEN in the future is critical, not only for the benefit of our college sections, but also for OTEN and its plight to improve student completions and provide more support for students who do come through there. OTEN has a huge number of students, and I think the colleges have a lot to offer to support those students. And the more we can integrate our programs, the more we can develop great outcomes for our students. So the building section in particular have been doing some great work in integrating the delivery with OTEN so that we ultimately will have one integrated backend. The clients might see OTEN and colleges as separate entities, but ultimately what we offer and how we offer is one coherent, one cohesive, integrated backend where we provide support across a whole range of different modes and methodologies for students to learn.
And I was one of the teachers selected to go on the Enable 13 project team. Now, when I was first asked, Beth will verify this, I went, but I'm not a techno person. I don't know much about this and I feel very, very inadequate. And she said, that's why we've asked you to be on it. And I must admit, it's been a very valuable learning tool for me, and even though I've still got a lot to learn, I have learnt a tremendous amount in the last 8 months or so through doing this. So I've learned a lot through this Enable program. I've learnt to be able to be more confident using Moodle, as well as Equella and the Adobe Connect sessions. Still learning with those. But it's been an opportunity to see how I can use that in my classes.
Our course online, I think we can deliver a lot of the theory online, but I think that for you guys as well, a lot of you are practical, yeah? A lot of hands-on stuff. It's very hard to assess that. So therefore what I also established was that I got with Caitlin and I asked Caitlin if she could put a plug-in, which is called face-to-face time, which you guys would, in primary industries would, and any of the building staff would be able to use. And what it is you click on your assessments as such, straight away there. So you click, it says assessment, they click on assessment and takes them to the page. So they have to complete 4 assessment activities. What I've done is I've added links all the way through. It will link to different pages. They click on here, so therefore if they want to stick to a schedule, they can. It will open up a timetable that they should stick to. You come down to your thing, but their practical assessment as such. So they come here and it says, please book here for practical assessment sheet. So you click here, and what it is I've worked out a day that they will come on site and they'll actually complete this practical assessment as such. So therefore they can just book in here online. They don't have to ring me, send me emails. I don't have to have all that corresponding time.
Mark Dobson, and I'm from the Equine Studies Centre at Richmond. So a little bit, I didn't grow up with the computer savvy my generation, but in fact, being in agriculture most of my life, this has been a really big challenge. So I'm not going to go over the same as what the girls have covered, but the biggest challenge that I found was actually getting the learning template right.